Yo, so I'm on my way to work, but I was just watching a podcast by my boy, Reality Designers, and they were talking about the bridge between self-development and spirituality. And what's awesome is that this came in the perfect time, because yesterday I was talking to my members and I realized that what I'm looking to create is that bridge. I'm looking to create a synthesis between the self-help space, which is all about discipline, which is about business, self-growth, etc., and a bridge, and connect that with the spiritual space, which is about mysticism, love, compassion. We are one. We are all connected, etc. I've been looking to create this, and sometimes within myself, I even struggle with, okay, what content should I put out on this channel? Because a lot of people found me through Naval, and it was really I think that was like the encapsulation of that synthesis, which was me going to work but still implementing that compassion and the lessons that I have learned through spirituality in a way that is very emotionally intelligent, but also compassionate and also mature. So I think that I don't want to make it a thing about struggle, because I have derived a lot of value from both of these fields, and sometimes it's important for me to talk about one field, and it's important to highlight the other field. Sometimes I'll have to leave one out for the other, and that just is based on context. But with what I'm looking to create, specifically just as me as a coach, or me as a teacher, me as an example onto the world, is showing the reality, which is that spiritual truth is the most effective truth, in the sense that if you can access these truths and then apply them into your life, then you can really create something meaningful and also something very sustainable. Within spirituality are truths that have helped me understand a lot about myself and a lot about the world. So this also goes back to, I also want to talk about business, because I don't think that people should be creating a business if they don't have a purpose. And this all gets tied together by purpose. Self-development and spirituality, they get tied together by purpose, because purpose has a spiritual component to it, where it's like you came into this world to do something specific. And then it also has a very self-development perspective, where with purpose you can achieve this discipline that you desire. So what I want to talk about is this idea that spirituality and self-development, there's going to be something born that is a synthesis of this, and I already understand what it is. The synthesis that will bring it together will be psychology. Psychology will be the bridge between these two worlds. Why? Because psychology ties in psychology and philosophy, kind of, but more so psychology, because psychology is very applicable. Philosophy is more so, I believe, to be more of a practice. It allows you to create values, like for yourself to think about, but psychology is the bridge. And the reason is because psychology was what I was reading when I was learning self-development. There's psychology in business, there's psychology in attraction, there's psychology in knowing yourself, but also psychology was what was grounding a lot of the teachings in spirituality. So Jungian psychology, for example, discussions of the soul, and in reality, psychology is the study of the soul. Psyche is the root word, and in Latin it means the soul. So I've understood that in the academic space, psychology has lost that spiritual component. But as time passes and as people awaken to the truth that money isn't everything, and that psychology for performance is only a small aspect of it, once people start to awaken to that, we will move towards a more spiritual space. Just because we understand that, for example, things like compassion and love are relevant in our life. So I want this also I want people to think and reflect on the importance of purpose. Like, if you don't have your purpose, well, think about that, because you do have a purpose. You came into this world. We all are aspects of the universe, and we all were created uniquely, and we all serve a specific function. The way we look serves a function. The way we walk serves a function. The way we talk serves a function. In the sense that it serves a function of expressing the unique individual that you are. And also, there's something deeper than that, because this unique individual, just like anything in this world, is interconnected with the ecosystem, such as turtles and tigers and everything. All these animals have a role that they play in the community, in the ecosystem that they live in. We as individuals also do that, but the thing is now, that's looking at these animals as a group unit. But when we think about ourselves as an individual, that's where we actually start to see that, because that's where we become differentiated. When we see our individual purpose, we realize that we are not all meant to be, for example, laborers, construction workers, or entrepreneurs. Not all of us are meant to be that, right? Or maybe we are all meant to be entrepreneurs. Maybe we can all be entrepreneurs. Maybe that's the reality that we're moving towards. But what I'm saying is that we all are too unique to be tied down by one specific purpose. We all serve our individual purpose. We all have our own individual purpose, and that will tie in everything. It will tie in like the business space, because when you have your purpose, you will have the discipline that you desire. You will have all the passion that you want, all the wishes that all the things that you wish for. Purpose will drive you to manifest those things. And then also for spirituality, purpose will serve the function of allowing you to make these spiritual teachings applicable. So also it also gains depth of purpose. So as you learn more about your spirituality, you gain depth of purpose. You understand the meaning of purpose. You get more information on yourself. You understand the larger vision. You start to connect to deeper spiritual aspects that are governing the effects in this world. You connect to causes rather than effects, because often we are much driven by effects. And what I mean by that is we are much driven by what we see externally. We're much driven by, for example, if there's a war, we think about everything that's happening in the war versus maybe what was the cause of that war, maybe what's the deeper meaning of that war. So that is kind of the mindset that spirituality bridges and develops within you, if applied through purpose. So the message here is that, first off, the answer to the question, which is kind of in everybody's mind, is there a way to synthesize self-development with spirituality? And yes, there is a way. There is a bridge, and that bridge is psychology. And psychology is going to be used in both spaces. And when we're talking about psychology, we then lead to the question of what is my purpose? It will eventually happen. That is just the developmental stage, because, for example, self-actualization, you have that need for self-actualization versus physiological needs. Once you start thinking about self-actualization, you start thinking about how do I actualize myself, which is really how do I actualize my full potential, which is really how do I become my true self, and so then those things are very much in line with the idea of purpose. Becoming your true self, then that means that there is this being that is unique, and that uniqueness serves a purpose. So it can happen, it will happen. That's what I'm working on. That's what my community is about, and that's what this channel is about. This channel is an example of me going through life and applying these principles, and also having them become relevant for my own growth and success in the material world. So just wanted to spit that out there. Thank you for tuning in. You already know it's your boy. Stay lucid. Peace.